Performed today, and is your shoulder okay?
Yeah, shoulder feels great. I'm disappointed in how I played today, but this season it's a whole journey. It's a whole long journey. Kind of keep improving every single week. Me and the receivers, we're going to continue to get better every single week. But I got to give a good shout out to our linemen this week. They played a great game through and through. I mean, over 300 yards rushing. Can't ask for much better than that. And X had an awesome game too. All our running backs did. So I'm happy on that side of things. But we got to pick it up on the passing game side.
Mark, you talked about how you are your hardest critic. I guess now that you've played a lot of large games, how do you kind of balance between being critical of yourself, but also giving yourself grace and kind of patience with the process too?
Yeah, and again, what I said earlier is like it's a long journey. It's the first game in Kinnick as an Iowa Hawkeye. So I was a little too excited at the beginning of the game. I got to get settled in a little bit more. I feel like going into next week and the rest of the season, we're going to continue to get better on that side of things. But personally, I need to be better all around, but there's still a lot of good that came out of it. We made some good reads, made some great runs as well. So just continuing to progress on the good and fix the bad when we get into film tomorrow.
Were they doing things to prevent you from utilizing the middle of the field specifically today?
Yeah, just their defensive scheme for this game, they were playing really, really soft. So they were trying to protect a lot of the deep shots that we wanted to take based on our game plan. So we had to just kind of keep taking what the defense was giving us. And then just having that great offensive line in front of us, they were able to start wearing on them. And then you saw in the second half, we just started taking big run after big run. So that's kind of what ended up happening. We just started rolling with it.
Was it cramps you were dealing with? Or?
Yeah, just cramps. I think it's a little just first game, just a little bit of heat, just cramps though. But yeah, we'll be good for next week.
What was it like playing in Kinnick for the first time?
It was great. It was great being on the other side of it. The emotion just starting off the first game and walking in, doing the first swarm. It was really special. All the fans were special and doing the wave too. That was really, really cool to be on that side of things and to see all those kids up there. But it was a really fun day, and I'm excited for what we got here for the rest of the season.
First touchdown?
Yes, first touchdown too. That was exciting. Throwing to Caden Weegan. First rushing touchdown too. It was a fun day. Again, there's a lot of good things that happened today offensively, but we got to continue to progress on the things that we didn't do well on.
Chad, I know you're going to review the film, but what do you feel like went wrong with the passing game today from your standpoint?
From my standpoint, I think I just got to relax a little bit more in the pocket. I felt like I was kind of moving a little too fast. I got to just slow it down for myself, settle in, kind of what I said earlier. But just continuing to focus on the little things, taking a breath before each single play and read the defense and just kind of go through my progressions, go through my reads, and we'll be successful and just start shooting.
What are your thoughts on the run game today, specifically Xavier Williams? He had a heck of a game today.
Gosh, he was awesome. He really stepped up. Kamari started off the game, but went down early, and X stepped up. It's always next man up mentality. Everyone always got to prepare like they're going to be going in, and he succeeded so well, and I'm so happy for him, so proud of him. And he's a hard man to get down. He's a hard guy to tackle, and you see how big his quads are. Everyone's kind of afraid to hit him, so he's going to keep running hard for us, and he's going to have a great season.
Did you feel that anxiousness and nervousness at South Dakota State? Do you think it's just a new scenario, new settings? What do you think?
I think it's always kind of just a little bit of the first game. It's always exciting to start off a new football season. Being a late game too, it's always, you have a long day going into it. You have a kind of have to sit around and wait, and you're so excited just watching football all day, and I'm really excited to finally get going in that game. So I think that there's a little bit of always anxiety, a little bit of anxiousness, but that just shows I care a lot and have a lot of passion for this team and have a lot of passion for this sport.
How much of it was anxiety versus fundamentals on some, like you're short on some passes, and sometimes that's fundamental, whether you're just not doing what you need to do with your feet. How much of that did the anxiety kind of speed up your fundamentals and kind of prevented you from being as accurate as you'd want to be?
Yeah, again, we're going to get back to the film, kind of see what I was missing, whether that was my footwork, whether that was something else that I was doing. But just making sure I settle in, take a breath, making sure that I have the balance that I need underneath me to complete every single throw. And that just starts with, again, taking a breath before every play and kind of getting in and understanding and having a pre-snap plan going into every single play.
Was the throw to Gill maybe where everything kind of came together for you, your best throw of the day maybe?
It definitely started feeling a little bit better after that, and I think what really helped us is after they scored, we kind of came back out and really had a great response there, and we just started rolling. And X had a couple great runs there, and once we actually started getting our rhythm going, we felt a lot better offensively. I felt a little bit more settled into the game, and I felt like we started playing a lot better from that point on.
When you said you were disappointed in your own performance, when you've had those types of performances before at South Dakota State as a competitor, how have you responded to those?
Yeah, first off, we got to be happy. We're 1-0. I mean, that's as good of as you can be at this point in the season. So I'm really happy about that. But it's always, you got to focus on the next one now. You got to focus on the next week after you finish this one. And we're going to get back to the drawing board. We're going to get back to the film room, continue to get better. We're going to get the receivers out after practice, continuing to take extra reps and get better on that side of things. And I'm an ultimate competitor, and I'm going to try and get myself to be as best as I possibly can. As we said earlier, I'm my biggest critic, and I'm going to continue to be better for all the guys around me and for myself as well.
Your very first game as a Hawkeye, you're part of a milestone win for Coach Ferentz. How does that feel?
It was great, and I'm happy to be 1-0. We're all happy about the final of the game, and I ended up talking to Coach Ferentz, gave him a congrats. But you know how humble he is and how great of a person, how great of a leader he is. He kind of shunned it off, and he said he'll worry about it when he retires. But I'm happy for him. It's a big accomplishment for him, but we're going to keep winning all season. So.
All right, last question, David.
Mark, I know you say you were disappointed how you played, but this is your 50th win as a starting quarterback in college, so you actually tied Kellen Moore for most wins at I know FCS to FBS, but
Yeah.
I guess does that mean anything to you, and how do you kind of reflect upon, like, when you entered your college career, you won 50 games as a starter so far?
Yeah. I can't even imagine when I was starting out in college, where I'd be right now. It's truly a blessing to be where my feet are at right now. It's a great accomplishment, and I think it's more of a team accomplishment than anything. You got to have both sides of the ball. Just like today, I mean, the run game was dominant today. The linemen were doing a great job. Sometimes people will pick you up on the side of things, and winning's a team game, and it's been the great teams around me that have helped me do this.
Carries. Yards. I think 11. That'd be too much. 11.1 yards per carry, something like that. What you think?
I mean, it was super exciting. That was a great way to kick it off for my first time being in Kinnick, so I couldn't have asked for a better start.
Were there any nerves for you before the game, or what were you kind of feeling like prior to the first kickoff?
Yeah, there definitely were some nerves, but I just stayed prayed up. I mean, there wasn't much to it. I mean, I have a great supporting cast and really just stayed in prayer, and it all worked out.
When you came into the game, were you expecting to see some kind of time at all?
I was expecting to get a little bit, but I wasn't really sure exactly what to expect. First game, I wasn't sure what the rotation would look like, so I was really just trying to stay ready for whatever.
What did Kamari Moulton say to you?
He pretty much said, go out there and go crazy, really. I mean, he didn't really say too much, but yeah, he just said, go out there and do my thing.
Talking to TJ Washington, it seems like there's a lot of support for each other in this running back room. Did you feel that from those other guys in the running back room today?
100%. I think we're a pretty tight-knit group. I mean, there's talent all around in our running back group. There's not a huge fall-off, I don't think, really at all. So I think everyone's together. Everyone's trying to get each other to take that next step, and everyone's happy for each other when everyone succeeds. So we definitely got a good thing going on.
How big are your quads?
I don't know. I had them pretty much my whole life, so I'm not really sure. I mean, a little bit here and there, but.
It's like a few different players.
Yeah, no, they like to crack.
You had that big 43-yard run. What did you see on that play as it was developing?
I mean, really just a huge hole. Our O-line and our receivers, tight ends, everyone did a great job blocking tonight. So really I was just doing my job, just hitting the hole hard when it presented itself. So it was a good deal all around.
And you were the key to that big drive after they had taken the lead. How energized were you to get things going?
I was definitely super excited. First game out there, I definitely wanted to play well. So I was just happy to get a little spark going for our offense so we could get things rolling.
How's that offensive line instill confidence in what you guys can do as a running back room? Because like you said, I mean, there were a lot of open holes for you guys today, and you just had to go out there and basically do what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, our offensive line is great. I mean, they all camp long, they've been putting in a bunch of work, and it showed tonight. I mean, it was pretty open holes all day long, so it was really good.
What did you learn from watching what Caleb did last season?
Really just the way he went about things, watching film, his work ethic, all that stuff. He showed a good example for all the running backs, really. So I learned a lot.
How would you rate Mark Gronowski's performance today, and playing with a dual threat quarterback like that? How does that open holes for not just you, but all the running backs on the team?
Yeah, I think Mark played great. I mean, dual threat quarterback definitely helps a lot. You could run, you could pass, so it's definitely something I haven't really seen before. So it's definitely been really good. I mean, there's definitely room for improvement for the whole offense, but I think tonight was a really good start.
When you look back at tonight, as you prepare to take on Iowa State next weekend, what would you say is the biggest lesson from tonight?
I mean, maybe just play fast, play physical. I couldn't say off the top of my head. I feel like I have to check the film first, but yeah, I'm not really sure. We're not looking at Iowa State yet. We're going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll get to Iowa State tomorrow.
What was your recruiting process like in high school? Was Liddell your recruiter, or just like what was that process like?
Yeah, Coach Betts was my recruiter, and I mean it was pretty standard. I feel like I didn't really get too much buzz until after my junior year, and then Coach Betts came around, and then the rest was history, pretty much.
Terrell said you guys call each other the stable.
Yeah.
Who created that name?
TJ did, or Terrell did. Yeah.
Coming in as a freshman, what have you done during the offseason to kind of stay ready for when your name is called? You could have a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, just putting in daily work. I mean, you really can't take any days off. It's a really good league in the Big Ten, so everyone's always trying to take your spot. You're great athletes on defense, great talent all around, so you got to do your part. That way you can make plays out there on Saturday.
What did you take away from your time on the scout team last year? How did that help you prepare to put you in the position you are today?
I think it gave me a lot of appreciation for like the process, definitely toughness, and really just getting to learn the speed of the game in college too. It's kind of a big transition from high school to college, so I think that was definitely a good step to help me to where I am today.
How are you? How are you? Pretty good. We got the win, so that's good.
It looked like you were just about everywhere today.
Well, I tried to be. I was just trying to play fast and do my role, and it ended up okay. We got the win, so that's all that matters.
How close were you to punts?
I was pretty close. There's a few I maybe should have got closer to, but I think I got my hand on the one, so that was kind of cool, but, you know.
You think you're going to get any clean before this year's over with?
What's that now?
You think you'll get any punts clean before this is over
Oh,
with?
I sure hope so. I mean, that's the goal, obviously. I mean, Coach, he drew up a great scheme, and we executed, but yeah, that'd be the goal for the future anyways.
I don't know your story, but I got to think that you had options. Why did you come here?
It was just the right fit for me. You know, we have a great coaching staff here, and the fans are great, and it's close to home, and it was the best fit for me.
When they talk about linebackers at Iowa, I mean, it always starts on special teams, right? Making your mark on special teams. Is that kind of what you were thinking coming into it?
I mean, yeah, I was coming, and I was going to try to do my role to the best of my ability, and that happened to be special teams today, so we happened to get the win, so it's good.
How much do you enjoy? I mean, you haven't seen any yet, obviously, but there's a lot of Hawkeye fans talking about you, mentioning your name right now as a guy who shows a lot of hustle out there. How much does that mean to have Hawkeye fans enjoying what they see out of Preston Ries so far?
I guess that's cool that they enjoy me playing fast, because I guess that's the goal, to play fast and try to make tackles and get the win, and that's what happens, so that's good.
What allowed you to kind of make some of those plays? Just seeing it, being in a place, what was it?
Just, you know, the scout team during the week, they gave us great looks, and that was huge. Just showing like the looks that they give, and that helps a lot. And the coaches, they draw up, you know, great stuff and help us out throughout the week. And
you guys probably want the way they're supposed to. Coach Barnett always says you don't have to look at script, we'll just go out there and play. And that's exactly what we did. You know, we started running the ball a little bit more, and things started opening up. You know, give the ball to our backs. They're going to do a great job. So, you know, that was a lot of fun. I enjoy running the football a lot more than pass protection. So when we can do that, you know, it's always a lot more fun.
You seemed emotional before the kickoff for the national anthem. What was going through your head?
Man, I mean, just being able to play here one more year with the guys in this room, and I can't explain it. And to play for Coach Barnett, Coach Ferris, the guys, you know, that I trust with my life, truly. It's just so special, and to play in front of our fans, you can't beat it. I mean, if I could play here for the rest of my life, I would. I mean, 70,000 fans, you get to wave to the kids. I mean, there's nothing better than playing here on a Saturday. I truly believe that, and to be able to play here, it truly is a blessing.
This was Trevor's first start. What can you just kind of share about him and how you've seen him progress?
Yeah, he's a very natural tackle, right? Just does things, and I don't even know how to explain. He just finds a right way to do it somehow, but super competitive. He's a perfectionist. He always wants to get better, and I think that's, the best part about him, right? Super competitive. Always, he might have a good rep, but he's like, oh, I need to fix this, right? So he's always trying to get better, and I think we've seen that, and, he earned the start here today.
Is there anything that changes when Hank comes in as opposed to Mark?
Absolutely not. I mean, we know what we're going to do. The standard is the same standard for everybody. So when Hank goes in there, I got just as much belief in him as I do Mark. So whoever goes in there is going to do a great job.
What was it like, playing in front of Mark? Can you tell us kind of what he was like back there in a real game?
Yeah, I mean, he's just the ultimate leader, right? He gets us going when things aren't going well. And then just to see him run the ball and just how physical he is, you don't see that a lot with a quarterback. So taking hits, diving, doing all these things that a quarterback, won't typically do. He's just an ultra competitor, and to see him go out there today was awesome. It was tough. I think he started cramping, and he was like, no, I'm sorry, man. Like, he can't control that. He wanted to be out there with us, but, I'm really excited for him.
He just tied the FBS record for 50 wins. He's 50-6.
He did?
50-6. This is our. I guess is that kind of mind blowing though that your quarterback's got, I think, like a fifth or a fourth of wins that Coach Ferentz has.
I mean, that is kind of crazy. I didn't even know that, but it just shows you the type of person he is and the competitor he is. So we're blessed to have him on our team. Just see the way he operates and does things, and the leadership he provides for everybody. Having him's awesome.
What did you see from Xavier coming out today, being a young running back and being able to step into that role?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a standard in that room, and, they all want to meet or exceed that standard. And today, super physical back, right? I was talking about his quads are gigantic. So, like if you hit him, you got to get your pads low. Otherwise, it might not be too pretty. But I think he did a great job, and he's going to make it a super physical game, and he did a great job today.
I say we did, especially X. I feel like he had a great night tonight. A lot of improvement from him. I'm just watching him practice every day and watching him get better. It's like, when you see somebody younger than you come in, it's like, bro, he working hard. I'm kind of like a proud parent right now watching him play, Like, I don't really see it as competition. I see it as the best person going to be on the field at the end of the day. And I'm proud of him, everything he do.
And did you see that coming from him throughout camp, as a freshman, right?
Yeah, I definitely seen it coming because, how hard he work and how he take little details and improve so much from it. So I definitely agree with, seeing him grow.
How much fun is a game like this? I mean, because the offense certainly had its struggles, especially in the first half, but running game really seemed to pick things up in the second half, and you guys ran all over them.
Yeah, it was definitely, a dream come true. I prayed for days like this, like last year, the year before, getting the opportunity to be able to make plays and help the program. So I'm definitely happy about the outcome today of the win.
Just knowing our alignment, key responsibility on every play, mental focus, every play, every drive, every series, and we just got to continue to keep doing that on every play.
What can that kind of performance in week one do for you guys the rest of the season?
We just use it and build off of it. We want to just keep gaining momentum with that, keep building off of it, and feed off each other.
Were you guys still just trying to feel things out early on? Is that why you think you guys allowed that touchdown, or what went on that?
I think it was just some mental errors, just a couple breakdowns that we kind of lost track of, letting some guys loose. But we're definitely going to clean it up in the future.
How was the communication just on this side of the ball in week one?
I thought the communication was pretty good. It's always tough for the home games because, the crowd is so loud, especially when their offense is on the field. So we just got to talk a little bit louder. But the communication was there for the most part.
Yeah, how do you improve that?
Just being louder. Talking to each other, knowing what's coming before the motion, pre-snap, knowing what we're alerting to, and just pretty much talking to each other where it starts in practice and then translate to the game.
You had so many new guys coming in on defense, a lot of new guys at linebacker especially. I mean, do you feel like everybody melded in seamlessly, or are there some things to pick up on there, especially in the linebacker core secondary?
I think there's always something to pick up a little more everywhere, every team, every week. But I feel like we did a good job with this defense, our first game, our first year around. So we just got to continue building off that momentum and use that going forward.
What do you think said at halftime defensively? It seemed like you guys came out with a lot more fire in the second half. Is that fair?
I mean, yeah, you can say that. I think it was just coach telling us we got to be mentally focused on every play. We can't relapse and like let some slip off. One thing he stresses is no mental errors, and I think we did a better job of that second half.
What's the biggest takeaway from this game?
Man, biggest takeaway? I would say that, man, we all love each other. We all come out and play as hard as we can for one another each and every day.
How do you get better from this? How do you build on this?
We're gonna come in tomorrow, watch the film, see where we made mistakes, and see where we can get better at, and use that going forward.
I don't know where you guys ended up, but at halftime, the running backs only had 10 yards combined. What do you attribute the success in the ground game to?
Man, one, our D-line. Our D-line are some monsters. I mean, it's so easy for us to, be in a coverage game because they're going to get back there, get the rush, they're going to stop the run. So we obviously want to stop the run. That's our main goal. And then, we got dogs at linebackers, and then that makes it easy on the secondary. If they bounce it out to you, all we got to do is make the tackle.
What's it like in that little scrum after? I mean, you had some huge hits from like Graves and Merriweather. I mean, what are you guys saying to each other when you have that little scrum afterwards when you're celebrating?
Get another one. Get another one. Just keep making plays, keep doing your job. We just build off that energy each drive, each play.